Alright, so hello, good afternoon. Yeah, kamusta kayo lahat? Ayan. Pwede na kayo magsalita. So we're already live. Wala kayong reaction. Yan. So, hello, and of course, as promised, meron tayong special guest today.
Yes,
Si Marvin.
Hello,
Marvin,
hello.
Germo, kamusta? So, I don't think I'm sure kilala to ng lahat ng mga subscribers natin dito, but I want to
how dare you?
but I want to formally
the legend.
I want to formally welcome si Marvin Germo sa ating YouTube channel. So hello Marvin. Of course, it's a privilege na sinamahan mo kami dito sa live stream natin. Kamusta ka na Marvin?
Actually, ito yung pangarap ko, yung crossover na to. Matagal na ako nangangarap ng ganito. Nung nag-start yung tapos yung 2018, meron akong vision board. Nakalagay doon sa vision board ko, crossover with LRT, balang araw. So, ngayon, mula araw na to, tatandaan ko to, April 30, 2020, wala na akong papangarapin pa kasi eto na nakuha ko na lahat ng pangarap ko.
Ganon? Nako, grabe.
Ganon. Diba?
So, anong pinagkakabalan mo ngayon, Marvin? Ano ba? Mas marami ka ng YouTube subscribers kesa sa amin.
100,000. Congrats.
To be honest, before this, nag-video kami ni Renzi. Tapos before that, nag-StarCraft ako. So malaki yung advantage malaking advantage na yung PSE hanggang 1 PM lang kasi before the lockdown hanggang 3:30. So it opened up 2.5 hours of lumalabas. So, ang dami mo pwedeng ma-explain, hindi mo nagagawa in a long time. So, nung nag-lockdown, nag-ano ako, StarCraft 1, and then after nag-StarCraft 1, lahat sila pinir-pressure nila ako mag-StarCraft 2 na lang. So, yun, last week, nag-start ako mag-aral with StarCraft 2. So, yun, I've been playing a lot of...
Gamer ka ngayon, no?
Yes.
Maraming kumikita dyan ngayon sa game streaming. Lalo na sa
Twitch,
sa Twitch saka maski sa Facebook gaming. So anyway, guys, pinapakita namin yung YouTube channel ni Marvin. Ayan. Kita niyo naman 103,000 subscribers. Meron ka ng play button.
Grabe, sakit.
Ay hindi, ano yan?
Ang sakit.
Nakalagin channel, yung channel ko yung nakalagin dyan. Siyempre yung personal account ko nakasubscribe dyan. So, ayan, meron ng silver play button si Marvin. Hopefully ma-deliver sa iyo soon. Alright? Yeah. So of course, sa mga interested na makilala si Marvin, ayan, pwede niyong puntahan ang kanyang website sa marvingermo.com. Ayan. So of course, we would like to formally welcome lahat ng mga nanonood. Yan, meron tayong 74,000 na viewers. So hello, welcome. Sila, Master Initiator Garcia, Jovin's Diary, sila Luis, Jeff T, Christian, si The Humble Servant, ayan, si Vic Ryan, and marami pang iba. Ayan. So kaya tayo nandito today is because, of course, live Q&A. So lahat ng may gustong magtanong kay Marvin, yan, tungkol sa stock market at saka sa love life niya, pwede nyo itanong sa comment section. Alright? Ano bang pinagkakaabalahan mo, Marvin, ngayon bukod sa pag-game? Nakita ko marami kang videos ngayon na sinushoot, ha? Ilan na lahat na upload mo na ECQ playlist? Yun yung nakikita ko na promote.
130 plus. The reason why nagagawa ko yun, it's because two things. Number one, it's easy. Kunyari, may gusto akong interview. For example, I'll give you a classic example. Matagal ko na tinitext si Fitz, video tayo. Never kami yung video nung before lockdown. Tapos nung nagtalak, because of the internet, because of Zoom, it was easier. So, I think because of the lockdown, it's easier to talk to people because lahat ng tao nasa isang lugar, nasa bahay lahat. So it was easier for me to make the video. So ganun lang. I just kept, I allot a certain portion of my day to interview people. Tapos, second, yung madami rin kasi dun sa videos, mga charting videos eh. So ginagawa ko lang, yung style ko is inaaral ko naman yung stocks ko araw-araw. So instead na inaaral ko mag-isa, kinikwento ko na lang sa harapan ng camera. So parang hitting two birds with one stone, that I get to analyze my stocks and then I just share it also to other people na naka-record siya. So ganun lang yun.
Grabe.
Tapos,
So, paano pag after ng ECQ? Tutuloy-tuloy pa rin kaya?
ito yung interesting. There are certain businesses, there are certain things that because of the lockdown, feeling ko hindi na magbabago yung perception ng Pilipino. I've talked about this over and over. Dati madaming ayaw mag-work from home. Ngayon, because nakita nila sobrang efficient ng work from home, madami ng offices nagsasabi, no, teka, because of work from home, baka mas maliit na yung renta natin kasi we don't need to rent a very, very large space. That's one. Number two, makita nila na instead na nagka-travel yung mga empleyado nila ng 3 hours, makita nila na mas productive, mas creative sila kasi hindi na nagta-travel eh. They can actually work more. And I've seen people na mas nagtatrabaho talaga sila dahil work from home eh. Mas hindi sila pagod to actually do things. That's some examples. Then some examples ito. Sino na ngayon gusto makapag-meet sa taga-Alabang ka, taga-QC, mag-meet pa kayo sa Ortigas when you can meet a meeting I don't think that after this everything will change in that perspective. So ganun, madaming mga last na lang. Isa pa bibili dapat ako ng coffee. Tapos because of what's happening also mapapraning ka na kasi pag yung espresso, yung takip, lalagay nila yung takip, kinakamay nila. So parang paano kung may siya, di ba? So
paranoid.
So ganun, things that you don't think about before, mapapaisip ka na teka muna, parang because of what's happening, may mga kailangan na magbago. So hindi ako bumili sa coffee shop na yun. Naghanap ako ng isa pa. Yung isang coffee shop may gloves sila. Dito na lang ako kasi naka-gloves yung gumagawa. So ganun.
Hindi ka ba uminom ng 3-in-1?
May mga anong tawag doon? May mga items sa buhay na kailangan siya eh.
So ibig ba sabihin ito, underweight ka na sa real estate? Underweight ka versus the index?
So for investing? For investing? So if you're looking at investing, this is how I distribute my portfolio. Meron akong portfolio na pang investing na long term, as in core. Meron akong investing na pang dividends. And then meron ako pang trading na volatility tapos pang follow ng trend. So dun sa long term na core, yung binibili ko ngayon na property, I'm not looking at how it's affected this quarter or the next 2 quarters. I'm positioning already for what will happen to these companies later when we recover. So, yun. Tapos may mga
long position.
Ito pa interesting na gusto ko share. I'll give you an example. Ayala Land, I'm a big fan of Ayala Land eh. Ayala Land stock price came from 53 pesos, bumagsak siya at its lowest nung bagsak ng March to 19 pesos. What's interesting about that is this. Yung projected ng Colliers is that condo property prices in the Philippines in Manila will drop 15%.
Yeah, 15.
Ito yung interesting. Bababa yung property price ng 15%, pero yung stock bumaba ng more than 50+%. So may exaggeration pa rin doon.
Yeah.
So that's where you can look at it. If the property prices are dropping this much, pero the stock has dropped even more, may certain portion doon na irrationality na siya. And true enough, para sa akin na, yung drop ng market to 4,000, yung drop ng SM Prime to 25, drop ng Ayala Corp below 500, it was pretty much driven by sentiment. It was pretty much driven by emotion. Totoo naman na may fear, totoo magkaka-recession, totoo may mga companies that won't do so well. Pero, some of it was exaggerated also.
Yeah, so, hindi ba tayo nag-uumpisa? May...
Oo nga.
Kapilang talong na yun eh, grabe. Underweight ka ba sa property? So, hindi ko alam paano nasama sa kape yan.
Yeah, so...
Puro power overwhelming ka ba sa StarCraft?
Hindi, overwhelming mga kape ko, sobrang galing nila. Sobrang, pero masaya. Doon mo makikita, meron kang matututunan sa StarCraft eh. Those who win are those who have a lot of resources kasi mauubos yung minerals eh. So kung madami kang minerals, madami kang resources, pwede mo i-outlast yung kalaban mo eh. Damihan mo lang yung photon cannon mo, di sila makakapasok. Wala na silang panggawa ng panlusob sa'yo. So
another vlog topic na yan.
Another video.
Investment.
So, sige, ang dami ko na nakikitang mga nagtatanong sa comments, no?
Marvin.
So sasagutin natin 'tong mga 'to. Pero sana meron ding meron ding magbabagsak ng super sticker at saka super chat sa atin para naman ganahan tayo. May nagtatanong dito.
Natin, alam nga naman.
Teka, curious ako, may naggaganon sa inyo. Sa akin, never nagkakaroon ng ganun sa akin. So may ganun.
Mahina ka eh. Renzi,
wala ka nagla-like sa akin. Wala ka nagla-like. Grabe.
Renzi, may nagtatanong dito. Gusto ko sagutin mo. Ito, sabi ni Patrick Wong, live ba to o recorded earlier? Live po ito. Live na to tayo. Yeah. Sige. So, sino ba yung pwede nating first question na...
We can start with Vic Ryan Agot. 5:54 PM yung timestamp.
Vic Ryan. Ito.
Yeah.
Sige. Sabi ni Vic Ryan, market continues to slide. Is it still a good time to invest one's money at these times? What if the market tanks and we plunge to a likely recession? Anong masasabi nyo? So, hindi lang si Marvin. Kung gusto mong sumagot, Renzi, saka Adriel. Si Marvin muna.
I will do my best to moderate the chat.
Alright. Sige.
Sa akin, do you want me to give advice or to answer from my personal from my personal kung pera ko yun, tama ba? Is that
sige, kung pera mo.
Yeah,
kung pera mo. Basta from the heart. From the heart.
Yeah, heart. Yeah.
Ganito lagi kong
Umpisa mo, I believe. Umpisa mo ng I believe.
As a Filipino, I believe that we deserve a better life ahead. Ito siya. Pag nag-invest ako, I only put money that tanggap ko kagad at the back of my head. Pag nag-zero to, okay lang sa akin. So, kaya may recession o wala, I'm already prepared that if it does not do well or if it underperforms or if I lose it, okay ako. That's one. So, number two is this. Based on the time that we're making this video, yung market, nakabagsak na. We're currently, for those who follow how price movements would normally go, we're consolidating. Meaning, yung long-term trajectory, it still looks we are on a downtrend. Pero yung short term niya, we're consolidating, meaning nagkakaroon ng short term sideways. Meaning, anong ibig sabihin nun? May mga taong bumili nung bumagsak tayo ng 4,000, tapos yung mga bumili ng 4,000, bumili ng 4,500, they're profit taking. However, yung mga nagpa-profit take doon, madami rin sumasulo, madaming bumibili sa kanila. Pero walang willing bumili at a higher point based on the information that we have right now. So, will we go into a recession? It's not a lot of people have already been saying, kasi obvious naman how can the economy grow kung nakasarado yung economy natin? Nakasarado yung mga businesses. Only the essential businesses are running. So if only the essential businesses are running, lahat ng growth targets ng Philippines, wala. They were expecting build to push the economy further. Wala rin yun. Ngayon lang nila kickstart again this May. So most likely, second quarter of the year, we will contract. The economy will become smaller. So the stock market, people need to remember this, the stock market is forward-looking. Yung binagsak niya was already in anticipation of what could happen in the economy. So hindi siya baliktad yung inisip ng mga tao. They always think that magkaka-recession, babagsak yung market. Baliktad. It's babagsak muna yung market because people are anticipating that there are certain things that could happen na masama. I'll give you another example. Noong 2018, 2018, people were so scared about inflation. At the time, inflation was at its peak already, naka-price in na sa market yun kasi bumaba na yung market bago nag-peak also yung inflation. So, ganun din dito. Any economic data lags whatever happens in the market. So my suggestion, either bibili ka based on valuations kung investor ka, or bibili ka based on technicals kung trader ka. Do not, hindi lang tayo bibili out of the fear kung magtatank siya. Dapat may plano ka. Kung bumili ka ngayon, kung bumaba siya ulit, you already have a plan na naka-map out before that. Meaning, kunyari, bumili ka ngayon, around the range ng 5,557, bumaba siya to 5,000. Dapat may plano ka na either nagka-cut ka ba ng losses mo early on, or nag-hold ka ba, or bumibili ka palalo. Pero dapat naka-define yun. Kasi hindi naman natin alam saan pupunta yung market eh. We cannot control where the market will go, but we can control how we deploy our capital. So,
Tama. So, I agree, no? Na pag bibili ka or mag-i-invest ka, dapat alam mo na rin kung kailan ka lalabas, no? And both directions. Yan. So, ito...
May super sticker.
Yeah.
Sa tagal-tagal ko na YouTube, wala ka maranasan.
Yay! Thank you sa 149.
Grabe.
Yan, Australian dollars. Kay AJ Badger.
Grabe, mas mahal kayo ng mga... Your subscribers like you ako. Grabe, wala. Grabe.
Ay, nakalang dumiga.
Oo. So, maraming salamat, AJ Badger.
Yes.
Baka may tanong si AJ Badger. Unahin na natin yung tanong niya. Ayan.
Actually,
Marvin,
sasaktan ako ngayon.
May priority yung mga nagbabagsak ng super sticker.
Sa investment, bale, yung sa mga mag-invest, tingnan nyo rin kung magkano yung invest ninyo. Kasi kung pa 1,000 lang yan, pa 5,000, kahit mag-recession, bumaba yung market ng 10%. Ano ba yung 10% ng 1,000? 100 lang yun. So, hindi na, pwede na pumasok. Pero kung mga 100 million pinag-uusapan natin, yan, medyo timing tayo. So, tingnan din natin yung materiality. Diba? Kumbaga, a lot of people kasi timing the market pero pag tinanong mo, magkano ba yan? Sabihin, sir, 1,000 po. Kung bumagsak ang market ng 10% sa 1,000, 100 pesos, is it worth your while pa ba mag-timing ng 100 pesos? Diba? So,
worth the stress pa ba yan? Diba?
Next question.
Sige. Kay
meron ditong tanong na gusto ko sagutin.
Sige.
Go.
Anong oras?
Sa 5, nawala. Ito, sa 5:49, mamimigay kaya sila ng ayuda? Hindi po. Hindi po.
Ano ibig sabihin ng ayuda? Ayuda is relief goods.
Yung donation.
Allowance.
Ay, nako naman kasi kaya hindi
hindi alam mga ayuda.
Malaki mo po yung portfolio mo.
Spanish yata ang origin ng ayuda. It's a Spanish origin na term meaning allowance. No? Ito si Puer term. Ano pong stock maganda bilhin for college students?
Can I comment muna on the ayuda? Can I comment?
Sige.
Guys, to those watching the Wealth Archy, kung bibigyan kayo nila ng pera, they're short-changing you. Kasi kung binigyan kayo ng pera, the potential to earn stops there. But if they give you kung anong meron sila, yung talino nila sa pera, kung binigyan nila sila, never na mawawala yun. So,
yes.
Don't look for what they can give you materially. Look for what they can give you para kumita kayo ng pera. That's more important than every money that they can give you. So,
ayan ayuda. Help. Di ba? High-tech kasi tayo sa stream yan.
Yes.
Help daw. Para Spanish siya, meaning help. Yun lang. So, ito kay Puer term, ano pong stock ang magandang bilhin for college students? Investment for long term.
Ako may suggestion, kung college ka, ngayon pa lang keep on experimenting already para ma-build mo na yung skill. Kasi what people fail to see pagdating sa stock market is they always think it's about what stock to buy. It's not about what stock to buy. It's all about what are the parameters on why you bought that stock. And that's something people need to look at. Kasi for example, people can buy Globe stock. Pero yung importante doon, kung binili mo yung stock ng Globe, ano yung rason mo kung bakit mo siya binibili? Binibili mo siya dahil yung dividends niya mataas? Or binibili mo siya kasi tinitignan mo yung macroeconomics na dahil naka-lockdown tayo lahat gumagamit ng data? Or yung rason mo sa technicals, that when all of the stocks were going down, Globe was one of the few ones that were going up also. It should be mas importante, ano yung rason mo kung bakit mo siya binibili kesa dun sa stock na binibili mo. Kasi ako ginagawa ko yung style ko, may checklist lang ako sa bahay. Ito yung mga conditions, pag ito, nahihirapan ako sa mirroring nito Hindi ko na kasi ako lagi ko.
Sige.
Ano yung mga condition, ayan, ano yung mga, teka lang, ayan. Ano yung, 1, 2, 3, 4, ano yung mga conditions na to na nasatisfy? Pag nasatisfy ko, saka ko lang siya bibilin. If it's not satisfied, regardless if it's SM Prime, SM, Jollibee, Globe, PLDT, Robinson's Land, Mega World, regardless of what it is, if those conditions are not satisfied, then I don't have to buy it. If you're a college student, huwag mo munang isipin kung anong pwede mong bilhin ngayon ay kayayaman mo later on. Isipin mo muna anong skills pwede ko ma-build at yung skills na yun yung magpapayaman sa'yo. And if you're young, don't rush. Madami pa kayong pwedeng pagdaanan. Si Renzi, mag-50 years old na, pero tignan mo.
How dare you?
Ako, actually,
Yeah,
ganun din ako pumili Pero ako, isa lang parameter ko. Pag binili to ni Marvin, bibilin ko rin. Ganun lang.
Yes.
Pag hindi binili ni Marvin, hindi ko siya bibilhin.
Yeah, actually, I agree with Marvin, no? No, you're still in college, so it's really important to build your skills. Why? Once you're out of college, yung titingnan kasi ano yung skill set mo 'Di ba? And if in case di ka makahanap ng trabaho, then you will have to rely on your skills to make money for you. And then moving forward, no, maybe you can also check, well, for right now, besides the stock market, yung mga UITFs where, well, yeah, the investments in your bank where your savings account is located, because maybe you can place a portion there. Similar in the lines na in yung experimentation ni sinabi ni Sir Marvin. Sorry, nawawala yung train of thought.
Okay lang.
But ano lang, you can try, no, to see yung feel ng stock market, tapos tingnan mo din yung stocks mo. At least may dalawang investments ka at the side.
Oo, tama. So ito, sabi ni August, hello po Sir Marvin, huge fan here. Meron kang may mga fans ka naman Marvin
Oo.
So ito,
Tatanong
ni Angel, would you also recommend using Instagram to aspiring investors, or is it better suited for aspiring traders? Okay.
I think a lot of people use it, no? Yung thing lang sa akin is, medyo, kung sa stock market, medyo matanda na ako. Nung nag-start ako mag-stock, wala pa lahat yan, promise, wala pa lahat yan. Nabutan ko pa yung time. Pero online na lahat na naabutan ko. Dumating ako sa time na pag bibili ka ng stocks, pagkabenta mo, 3 days pa babalik sa cash position mo. I grew up in a time na hindi ko siya gamit. So, nasanay ako na kung ano yung gamit ko dati, that's what I've been using up until now. So, ganun din even sa budgeting ko sa bahay, sa personal finance. Never ako nag-up. Excel lang din yung gamit ko sa lahat ng... So, for me, what I do is, whatever works, yun lang ginagamit ko. Hindi na ako nag-explore ng iba. So, I've been using a charting software from Singapore. It's called Chart Nexus kasi I invest in US, Singapore, and Philippine markets. And dati pa, even before nagkaroon pa ng mas maraming sophisticated na charting platforms sa Philippines, yun na yung gamit ko. So, ginagawa ko, doon ako nag-analyze. Tapos, pag alam ko na kung bibili ako o hindi, saka na ako naglalagin sa broker. So, ganun lang siya my suggestion is, you try it out kasi wala naman bayad lahat yan you as much as you can, you try everything, you simulate. Tapos, kung ayaw mo, at least na-experience mo and you are not doing it based on academics, you're doing it based on kasi na-try mo talaga okay siya para sa'yo o hindi. Kasi I could tell you na maganda siya, pero pag hindi mo talaga na-try, you will never find out kung okay siya para sa'yo. So, that's my suggestion.
Ito ba yung Chart Nexus na gamit mo pang charting mo?
Yeah, I agree.
That's the website, pero you have to download it. It's a software.
Alright. Sige. Sinong next natin pwedeng i-feature na question?
Si John Joshua Soriano, 6:04 p.m. Ask ko lang po to the panel of experts. What has the higher risk equity fund sa UITF or investing share capital sa co-op na meron ng 20 years with annual dividend?
Okay.
Kayo muna.
This one. In terms of risk, if you define risk, kasi maraming risk okay?
Yeah.
Si Joshua Soriano, merong credit risk, merong tinatawag na foreign exchange risk, merong tinatawag na call risk sa mga bond, meron ding tinatawag na market risk pagdating sa mga business or even stock market. So, maraming risk na tinatawag. Now, if we are talking about risk na kumbaga volatility risk, okay, or market risk, then I would say na mas mayroong risk or volatility ang equity fund sa UITF. Kasi again, yung mga UITF na yan, ang underlying nito or ang laman niya are mga stocks, okay, or companies na everyday may value or may valuation. So, gumagalaw yan. Now, ang co-op naman kasi hindi naman siya everyday bina-value ng market at hindi everyday kumbaga it's not really publicly traded. So, wala siyang daily valuation, wala siyang price per share kasi sa co-op wala naman talagang shareholders, okay, na strictly speaking. So, in terms of market volatility, mas risky ang equity UITF. Now, pagdating naman sa credit risk, okay, then titingnan din natin kasi ang co-op kasi, yung ibang co-op nagpapautang. Ngayon, kung yung co-op na knock on wood na pinaglagakan mo ng pera mo, nasa hindi maganda yung underlying na credit facility niya or maraming hindi nakakabayad, then yung credit risk mo sa co-op and your underlying investment sa co-op is at risk. So in that regard, mas risky siya. Ngayon, kung 20 years na may annual dividend, then I would say na okay yung co-op, maganda siya. Kaya lang, ang thing lang naman with co-op din is that hindi lumalaki yung pera mo over time. Why? Kasi yung pera mo, every year, yung dividendo mo, napupunta sa'yo, nakaka-cash out mo. So kumbaga, yung capital mo, ganun pa rin. Okay, kung ilan yung co-op shares mo, ganun pa rin. Not unless na yung nakukuha mong dividend ay nire-reinvest mo sa co-op, so nagkakaroon ka ngayon ng compounding na return. So in that regard, lumalaki yung pera mo. But with an equity fund or UITF, a lot of them goes like yung mga kinikita, nire-reinvest sa fund, lumalaki, yung mga dividendo, yung dividend na nakukuha, like for example, for the dividend paying stocks, na nakukuha nilang dividend, nire-reinvest ng UITF, then nagkakaroon ng compounding yung sa UITF mo. So, it really depends kung magkano yung kailangan ng pera at kung anong instrument yung makakapagpalaki ng pera mo to your target amount. So for example, ang target amount mo is 1 million in 10 years time. So computein mo, makaka 1 million ka ba in 10 years time given the annual dividend sa co-op mo? If yes, then you can go co-op. Pero kung hindi, kasi parati mong kinukuha yung dividend at parati mong pinanggastos ng ng gadget, then mag-invest ka na lang sa equity fund. Kasi kumbaga, lalaki yung pera mo dun over time.
Alright. Yeah.
Sige. Actually, sige, next question. Sir Marvin, para sa'yo, si Jake Sally nagtatanong, gaano na ba talaga kayaman si Sir Marvin?
Ay, nako.
Oo.
Alam mo, hindi tinatanong yan. Kasi if you answer that question, you are not rich enough. So, Marvin, di ba? Sabi nga, sino ba yun?
The answer is
how rich I am not rich enough.
Sakto lang. Sakto lang naman.
Sakto lang na hindi kailangan ng ayuda.
Hindi alam ng ayuda.
Sige. Next question kay Angel na naman.
Can I answer that also?
Sige, go.
Sige.
Ito technique, no, in wherever you are, kung I don't know kung anong financial status ninyo, but the best way for you to continually go up is never compare yourself to other people. That's the best thing that you can ever do. You just look at kung ano yung, sinabi na ni Red na mabuti, financial goals. Kung ano yung financial goals ninyo, kasi magkakaiba tayo ng financial goals eh. Si Pete, sobrang yaman na pero trabaho pa rin ang trabaho kasi may financial goals siya eh. So,
ano ba?
we all have different financial goals. Focus on what your financial goals are because your goals might be higher than others, it might be lower than others. And it does not mean na mas mataas na yung naipon mo or mas madami ka nang na-invest, you're better off than others as well. So, kasi nangyayari doon, if you look at kung ano yung nagawa ng ibang tao tapos mas magaling ka, lalabas yayabang ka. Pag tinignan mo ibang tao tapos tingin mo mas magaling sila sa'yo, di may iinggit ka lang. So, the technique is, don't mind if other people are earning more. Don't mind if other people are earning less. Just focus on what you're supposed to do and magiging masaya ka pa. Hindi ka pa maiinggit. Wala ka pang kailangan na tingnan. So, every time you invest, every time you save, every time you do business, dapat in connection siya kung ano yung financial goals nyo. Kung gusto nyo malaman paano yung financial goals, manood kayo ng Wealth Artist. Sobra kayong madami na.
Sumipsip ka pa. Ito na. Tanong ni Angel. Ayan.
Okay.
You always recommend portfolio diversification. So there be a limit on how many accounts you open per financial goal, as you could have problems on managing too many of them. Is that a thing? Ayan, diversification.
Actually, sa experience ko, I'm not sure with the
Mm.
others, may ibang clients na nahirapan na silang mag-check kung nasaan na yung mga investments nila dahil sobrang dami. Pero meron naman iba, kaya nila i-check because meron silang monitoring or primary tracking system sila kung kamusta na yung investments nila for investment A, investment B, investment C. Tapos may certain goals pa yan. So it really depends kung ano yung current, yung financial situation mo. At yung importanteng question dyan is, kaya mo bang i-fund lahat? Given your current resources mo. Because if not, maybe you should limit it first in maybe 1 or 2 accounts. Tapos once you increase your cash flow, you become better in handling your money, then maybe that's the time you open multiple accounts and diversify your portfolio. Kayo, Sir and si Sir Marvin, what do you think? Okay naman.
Sa totoo lang, the more you make, kung nalaki mo siya,
Yeah.
mahirap din talaga, it's harder to track. So,
I agree.
pero yung technique doon is, may mga certain investments naman kasi na ginagawa ko kasi naka-Excel siya lahat eh. So, may mga investments doon na hindi mo naman talaga tinitignan regularly. For example, may preferred shares ka, may bonds ka. Hindi na magbabago yun eh. And if you hold it till maturity, if you place 500,000 pesos, sure yun, by the time na nag-mature, kung hindi man nag-hold yung company, 500,000 pa rin yun. So, yung minomonitor ko na lang, for example, sa ganun, yung kung pumapasok siya quarterly dun sa settlement account. Ganun lang siya. That's how I check it. So, normally, the way I check it is every quarter. Dun sa, yung parang whole portfolio, cash, other assets, etc. Yung mas chine-check ko lang on a regular basis, yung stock market. So, nakasegment pa yun. Yung certain stocks, for example, for dividends, yung portfolio ko for dividends, I only log in pag kailangan ko na bumili. Pero kung wala naman akong dividend, hindi na ako nag-log in doon. I log in more pag may buy signals na doon sa trading. Pero, in my experience, totoo yun na mas madami kang in-open, mas hassle din talaga siya. Pero para sa akin kasi, gusto ko madami ako in-open eh. Kasi, siguro nature ko na, pag nakahati-hati lahat, magmumukha siyang maliit eh. Pag nagmumukha siyang maliit, mas magtatrabaho pa ako. Parang ganun. Yun yung mentality ko lagi. Kasi pag nandun sa, nakalagay sa isa, parang, wow, ang laki nito ha. Look at what I've done. Parang ganun. So pag mukha siyang maliit, it will cause you to do other things pa. Magsisipag ka pa, hindi ka masyado, you will be more prudent in your spending. Yeah.
Sa akin, more of cost-benefit analysis. I mean, like for example, I've been handling institutional accounts like mga billion ng portfolio. They have like what? Mga 10 brokers, 14 brokers in all, no? Tapos they have like 8 fund managers. But siguro, it would also be a function of gaano ba kalaki yung portfolio na pinag-uusapan natin. So, kung halimbawa is very sizable, then maybe 2 or 3 fund managers. Tapos as to the number of account, kung halimbawa 20 yung financial goal mo, edit 20 accounts. So parang hassle naman yun, di ba? Tapos every month, pero ka statement of account. Di ba? Kawawa naman si Mother Earth nun. So I think ang pwedeng mong gawin, Angel, is you can just segment your account per investment horizon. Okay, so for example, I have this particular account, kunwari a money market fund account for my short-term goal. Halimbawa, yung goal ko na mangyari in 1 to 3 years and dito sa money market fund na to. Tapos meron akong isang account on my long-term goal like equity fund or stocks or like 1 or 2 stock brokers for my long-term portfolio. So, kumbaga you can make it thematic na meron kang short-term, medium-term, saka long-term. And then siguro maybe just limited to like 2 or 3 accounts or brokers lang para mas ma-manage mo rin, mas madali ding ma-manage. Kasi minsan kasi kapag mas malaki yung relationship mo with the broker, mas maliit yung commission mo. Ay, mas maliit yung
yung commission na kukunin sa'yo. Oo.
Yung commission na kukunin
sa'yo.
Di ba, Marvin? Yes. Si Marvin, ito, wala nang wala nang...
wala nang commission.
Kasi may mga broker talaga na, you can haggle on, on the fees and the broker's commission kapag malaki yung relationship mo. So, I think if it's a million, Yan. So, ano din, you can also leverage on that. So, siguro mga 2 or 3. Depende sa size ng portfolio.
Alright.
Alright,
So,
sige.
hello muna tayo sa 141,000 na viewers
Wow.
natin. Ang dami, no? Pero bakit
Yes.
wala nagbabagsak ng super sticker, no? Hindi
Ay.
lang. So,
Tignan natin to.
last 2 questions na tayo kasi wala naman nagbabagsak.
Kakain ako ng pandesal.
May nakita.
London. Si
Ano
Kathleen.
na?
Meron tayo from London, si Kathleen Saveliano.
Ito. Actually, may comment si Kathleen, no? Baka daw pwede naman mag-merge ang mga financial advisor giants for a financial literacy seminar via online. That would be great. At dahil gusto mo mangyari yan, meron yan.
Oo,
Alam mo kung ano? Ayan. Magkakaroon tayo ng Financial Fitness Forum 2020 sa May 23, 2020. Hindi mo alam? Ano ka ba? Sa live via Zoom. So, pwede kayong pumunta sa Facebook page ng Registered Financial Planners Institute. So, kung makikita nyo, ayan, no? Nasa baba ako, nasa gilid si Renzi, si Marvin. Nasa ka dyan, Marvin? Ayan, laki-laki ng picture ni Marvin.
Oo nga eh.
So, we hope to see you sa May 23, 2020, live via Zoom. Ayan.
Wala pa rin yung tickets ko dyan.
Wala pa ba? Okay, so next question tayo.
Sige.
Idriel, sinong next?
Sige. 6:06 p.m. si Mark Mirandila.
Okay.
What will be the situation of real estate in the Philippines after the curve? Yung curve na to.
After
So
fattening the curve ng...
Yun ba? After the ECQ?
After siguro.
Is that for me?
I think for
everyone.
all of us.
For everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ikaw, Marvin, anong sa tingin mo?
Feeling ko kailangan nila bantayan yung drivers kasi naka-segmented into 2 eh. You have your office spaces and then you also have your residential space. So office spaces, kailangan nila tingnan sino yung drivers. POGO and BPO. So it can go so many ways eh. If magkaroon ng crisis, there will be a lot of people that might want na magtitipid sila so mag-outsource sila sa Philippines. If that happens, that's very, very good for us. Number 2 also, POGO. We have to see what's gonna happen there. Will they stay? A lot of people have been saying they will stay. If they do, then whatever na nangyaring growth sa office sector because of POGO, di tuloy-tuloy yung ligaya also in that perspective. But we also said this sa start ng video na to na because of work from home also, kailangan nila consider to. Because of work from home, there might be some offices na magre-reduce ng space also. Pero there's more. It's coming, and this is coming out sa video sa channel ko at 8 p.m. Pero I'll say this already now that
patikim.
Because of social distancing, yung dating 100 na tao sa isang floor, baka maging 50 na lang. So that means for the same number of people, they might actually rent also more. So it can go so many ways sa office segment eh. Then, sa residential segment, babantayan ko also, number 1, OFW remittances. It's already pegged that remittances will go down by 20%. So from 30 billion, babagsak siya to 24. 24 billion is still a large amount of money. Pero that means also that yung mga taong bibili dapat ng bahay ngayon, baka hindi sila bibili. So ganun.
Yeah.
It also means that there might be people na nag-invest, walang nagre-rent sa kanila ngayon, nag-loan lang sila, nag-project sila na dahil nag-loan sila, may magre-rent, mako-compensate somehow yung binabayaran ko. So there might be people na wala silang pambayad ng loan, they will have to sell their units at a lower price. So I think it's early to tell, pero those are the scenarios that I will look at also. Then titingnan ko rin yung non-performing loans, titingnan ko yung ability of people to pay out their loans because that will impact also yung how banks will lend out money for people who might loan out also in the future. So one thing is for sure, the growth in terms of the property sector for 2020 won't be there. Yung pinag-usapan na lang natin will be how will it be worse than what people are expecting, or I think the property companies are doing a good job na, for example, ginawa ng Ayala Land, wala na munang new projects. Since walang new projects, walang extra supply. Since walang extra supply, walang bubble na gaganon. So some of the property developers are doing what they can to somehow protect also na hindi babagsak yung property prices natin. So, para sa akin, it's early to tell kasi hindi pa rin natin alam eh. What if madaming tao na walang trabaho, walang kita, walang income? How will that impact their ability to pay for their properties also? Or at least purchase new ones then. So,
Alright.
Yun. Sige.
Ako inaabangan ko lang yung mga opinion ng mga real estate experts pagdating sa real estate investment. Yan, katulad si Carl D. Sige, next na. Si Carl D, si Sir Noli. Yan.
Can I last na lang. Pero for people who have cash, it's a good time for them na ako ginagawa ko, nagte-text na ako ng mga brokers na kilala ko. Tapos, may kilala ba kayo nagbebenta ng mamadali na super good deal? Ganun. If meron, sabihan niyo ako. So it might be something that I might explore also. Ganun. If you have cash, I would suggest that you try to look out. Baka there might be opportunities for you to be able to get good properties. Kasi hindi naman siya sabay-sabay babagsak eh. Meron talaga yung magpapadali na magbebenta, and that would be an opportunity also for you.
Yeah.
Right. Sige.
Actually, very interesting question.
Dagdag ko lang kay Marvin. I just got this from UBS. Well, they still don't know saan pupunta yung real estate market, pero medyo pina-price in na yung medyo price in na yung negative.
Talaga?
Negative na. Okay.
Pero yun nga, sabi ni Marvin, tama nga na property stocks ngayon have healthy balance sheets pa rin as per UBS. So, in terms of shock, baka hindi masyado. Yan nabasa ko from UBS.
Okay,
sige. Very interesting question from Trisha Firin. Sunod lang kay Mark. Is deflation the future of the Philippines?
Right.
No.
Sa totoo lang, no.
BSP doesn't want deflation.
That's one. Tapos, in instances regarding deflation, it's very, very rare na nagkakaroon tayo ng deflation. Lalo na in the global aspect. Actually, open ko ngayon yung notes ko regarding that. Because yung dati kong economics notes, there are only like 5 major instances na nag-deflation. And it's from Hong Kong, Japan, United States. Pero yung sa United States, noong 1929 to 33 depression pa. So, very, very unlikely na mag-deflation tayo because yun yung reason kung bakit maraming policies yung BSP ngayon, such as rate cuts, quantitative easing, etc. And we're actually loaning right now because we want yung supply of cash to be circulating around the economy simply because we want to avoid deflation. And may band range din tayo of inflation to hit, which is 2 to 4%. Ayun.
Alright.
Not the future.
Yeah, ito, may interesting question ako. Sabi ni Maricel Sandoval, you've always discussed about getting investment. How about bankruptcy? Does the Insurance Commission guaranteed claims sa mga policy holder? I'm not really familiar with their sa IC. Sa tingin mo?
Bankruptcy in terms of what? As in, nalugi yung insurance company mismo?
Oo. Parang hindi guaranteed. Well, sa mga pre-need,
pre-needs yung alam ko.
That's a good example of what could possibly happen. But I'm not sure about the Insurance Commission kung ano yung specific na mga guidelines sila pagdating sa in case na mag-fold ang isang life insurance company, no, pagdating sa claim sila. That's why we always tell people na you should get policies sa mga malalaking mga life insurance companies para at least mas less yung risk na ma-bankrupt sila, no? And kahit na hindi naman kailangan yung top 1 but at least yung top 3, top 10, pwede na yun.
Yeah, top 10.
Wag naman top 3. Ayan. So this is an interesting information that we can actually research on. Kasi it's not something that we regularly think about. Oo nga, no? Yeah, so this is an interesting insight. Okay, so sabi ni ano ba si
Ni
August,
August. Yeah.
ito ba?
Hello.
Speaking,
Yeah. Sige, go
sige.
Sir Fitz.
Sabi ni August, speaking of working from home as one of the new normal, ayan,
Mm-mm.
term of the year, new normal. Do you think that condo investing is an ideal investment this coming years? Ayan, ano sa tingin nyo?
Si Marvin, naka-condo.
Sabi niya investing eh. Iba yung titirahan mo sa investing eh. So that's
Yeah.
two different ball games all together eh.
Mm.
So kung tatanungin mo ako as an investment, kung habol mo rental, habol mo cash flow, I think it works, no. It doesn't make sense buying raw land tapos habol mo rental for that. So it depends on what your ball game is. Pero what if I can give you some rules, mas gusto ko kung bibili ako ng condo, okay lang sa akin na mas mahal ng konti pero nasa gitna. Okay lang sa akin na mas mahal ng konti pero alam ko hindi siya mababakante. Kasi alam ko mas malaki yung demand dun sa area na yon, na in times of crisis also, yung mga tao magtitipid sa transportation yan. And yung mga areas nearer to the center, they will still have more occupancy than yung mga areas na mas malayo. So, for example, mas naging malala yung yung crisis. And then yung presyo ng rental, for example, nagbabaan lahat. Tapos yung presyo sa, for example, Las Piñas versus sa BGC, halos pareho na lang sa rental. For Las Piñas to become more competitive, they have to bring it lower. Pero kung pasok naman sa budget ng tao na magre-rent yung nasa BGC, they'll go to BGC because it might be closer to their office. So, always look for anong dinadaanan ng mga kotse, anong malapit sa school, anong malapit sa grocery, anong malapit sa offices, because mas malaki yung chance that mas magkakaroon ka ng occupancy doon. And to answer that question, if you're looking at an investment, it goes back to sa pinag-usapan natin kanina.
Lahat hindi ba wala answer yun?
Lahat, para sa akin, lahat yan okay. Okay bumili ng apartment, pa-rent mo, okay bumili ng bahay, pa-rent mo, okay bumili ng condo, pa-rent mo, pero kung saan ka magaling, ano yung alam mo? Kasi madami akong kaibigan na, for example, property developer siya, nagde-develop siya ng townhouses sa Pampanga. Tinanong ko siya about condos. Well, hindi siya knowledgeable. And sabi niya, hindi niya papasukan niya kasi hindi niya alam. So, you always invest on where your skills are at. That's the ultimate rule of thumb dito. Kung hindi ka magaling doon, no matter gano'ng ka-conservative yan, it's not gonna work. It always has to be, kung saan, kunyari, si Fitz, nagpo-forex. Ako hindi ako nagpo-forex. Kasi alam ko kung ano yung kaya kong gawin eh. So, things like that. I'm a stock guy. That's why if I diversify, I will diversify US, Singapore, Philippines. I won't diversify forex kasi hindi yun yung skill set ko. So, to answer your question, there will always real estate will always be good. The thing that you should ask yourself, saan ka magaling doon? Anong specialty ka? Madami nagsasabi, for example, you talk to pinensyon ni Fitz, si Carl. Sasabihin ni Carl, you invest in something na alam mo. Pero you will talk to other people, sabi nila, kahit hindi mo alam yung lugar, pero kung good deal siya, okay na rin yan. So, there's so many perspectives eh. But you always double down on what you think you're more skillful at.
Parang si si Noli, di ba?
Yeah.
Si Aliehe. Ang real estate naman niya, ang flavor naman niya is more into foreclosed property, di ba? So, tama, Marvin, depende talaga. And yeah, tama din yung di ba? Yung
location is key.
Location.
Yeah.
Can I answer again all dun sa foreclosure? Ito pa, dun sa to show you how skills are, madami, I have two friends. Yung isa sa foreclosure, ayaw niya yung mga may kaso, ayaw niya na may nakatira pa kasi sakit sa ulo. May isa naman akong friend, yun yung gustong-gusto niya kasi alam niya makukuha niya na mas mura. So sabi niya, mas madaming problema, mas gusto ko yan kasi wala na akong kaagaw dyan, makukuha ko yan. Iba naman, I don't want to touch it. So,
advantage.
Same scenario but different approaches.
So,
okay. Wait, may nagsha-shout out. So, shout out kay Jess Almodovar. So, hello. Tapos kay M Lyrics, hello from Bukidnon. So, mayong gabi sa imo diha.
Kapitbahay mo
So,
lang si
ay-
Adriel at nasa
Yes.
CDO yan.
Siguro
Yeah. Nasa stuck at home quarantine. Sige.
Oo.
Actually sa ating lahat kay Patrick Wong, very interesting question for all four of us. Why is the US market going up right now despite the pandemic? It's actually clocked in 24,500 as of last night. Okay.
Well, so far that
Sige.
I've known the US market,
Mm.
well, umakyat yan kasi like the local stock market, they've been really event and news driven nowadays. So, umakyat yan nung nag-announce si
Mm.
Trump ng stimulus package. Umakyat yan. Tapos, nung nagkaroon ng hope on, I think that's Gilead in terms of their
Yeah, Gilead. Tama.
umakyat din yan.
Mm.
Tapos, nung bumaba yung oil and then nagkaroon ng counting relief sa oil, umakyat din yan. So, kumbaga, right now, the market is event and news driven. So, any news on relief or any hope for a vaccine or any, kumbaga is relatively good development with the pandemic would really push any market up, not just the US market. So, expect that for the coming weeks and months until na may vaccine talaga yung COVID-19. So, we would really be event and news driven.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's why hindi masyado na-affect din siya with the unemployment news because as what Marvin Germo said earlier, yung market is forward-looking. So any news regarding openings, regarding improvements or my progress on handling the COVID-19 situation will definitely drive the market upwards. So that's why we're seeing, actually medyo volatile pa nga in US market. That's why we're seeing more upswing in the US market. But better let's see what happens in the coming weeks, no? As what Sir Renzi said. So yun.
Okay. Yan. Ito para kay Marvin.
Go.
Ay, hindi. Edwin pala yun. Meron sa 614 Maganda rin yung tanong.
Ito muna.
Sige.
Marvin, in a simple way or in your personal opinion, which particular stocks should we buy and hold for the long term?
Okay. Yung technique nyo dun, if you want to, kasi ganito, I have two portfolios for investing. One is for growth. One is for growth, and one is for dividends. Then to answer that question, I don't have any stocks that's buy and hold forever. Kasi pag nagbago yung fundamentals nun, bibenta ko siya. So dun sa portfolio ko ng pag-dividends, if the dividends, I'm not satisfied with the dividends anymore, I will sell. Dun sa long-term core portfolio ko, if I'm not satisfied with the fundamentals anymore, na wala yung growth niya, I will also sell. So I decide based on fundamentals, and when the fundamentals is not there anymore, I will sell. So there's a point in time sa Philippines where a consumption-driven economy. That's why sa akin, anything na consumption-driven, gusto ko siya bilhin. Pag nagbago yun, I will also shift. I will also sell. So ganun siya. There's no such thing as a stock na pag binili mo siya, hawak mo siya for 30 years, na pikit mata mo lang siya gagawin. Don't do that. It always has to be based on the underlying fundamentals of the company. Kasi kung bibili mo lang siya, just for example, pinagbawal lahat ng mall because of COVID. Wala nang mall for the next 5 years. Di dapat benta mo ng SM Prime mo. Kasi at the end of the day, kahit SM Prime yun, wala na mga ka-mall eh. They make majority of their income from their malls. So it always will go back to gano'n mo kaalam yung company. Kung threat na yung kita niya, wag mo na siya bilhin. So again, it goes back to what I said. It always goes back to ano yung logic mo, bakit yung binili yung company. Kung hindi na, yung parameters mo kung bakit mo siya nabili nagbago, dapat hindi mo na rin siya hinahawakan.
Right. Ito, what is your opinion, Marvin, sa mga education industry, like yung STI, stocks, leisures, and hotel? Yan, mga stocks in that sector.
I don't have any of those. What I have lang for some time before, and meron pa rin konting-konti, Shangri-La because of their dividends. But I'm thinking of, because of the shutdown today, tapos natamaan din siya nung nag-close yung Boracay. It hit their income also. May threat sa dividends. Nila. So I don't have any exposure in it. I think they're a bit defensive because yung tuition fees sa schools ulit-ulit naman yun, di mawawala yung mga mag-aaral dun sa mga schools na yun. It's just that wala siya sa current na binibili ko talaga. So, yun. If you're asking ko ano yung gusto ko sa dividends, I've been a big fan of telcos, especially nung bumaba yung Globe tsaka PLDT. Nung nag-800 yung PLDT, the past few weeks, yung dividend yield nun is way above 7%+ already. So, that's how you can look at it. If you're asking what stocks that I like today, based on what's happening sa economy, I like anything connected to the internet. I like anything connected to the bare essentials, supermarkets and food. And if you want to be a bit safe, anything connected to utilities. So yun.
Yeah.
Kung magbabago yun 2 years from now, possible. Pero as of now, that's what I like from a fundamental aspect.
Alright.
Yeah.
May
Sige.
dadagdag ako doon. That's why apart from investing and trading as well, you should also learn portfolio management. What is portfolio management? Simple lang yan. Yung mixture ng stock mo, yung timpla ng stock mo, ano bang laman
Yeah.
nun? Because again, economies change, meron tayong bull market, may bear market, merong recession, So kumbaga, iba't ibang cycle ng economy would command different stocks. Siguro, ang importante na malaman ng mga investors natin, magkano ba yung tina-target nilang pera at what time. So for example, kung target mo is 1 million pesos in 10 years time, then ask yourself and do your research, anong stock ba or combination of stocks na kapag pinaghalo mo sila at nag-invest ka doon, lalaki yung pera mo to 1 million pesos. Siyempre, kung yung stocks na pinili mo, mababa lang ang growth rate, so malamang yan mga dividend-paying stocks kasi wala nang masyadong growth yan, then hindi lalaki yung pera mo as much. So ano nang pipiliin mo doon? Maybe second liners ka na yan, or maybe you can do more active trading sa mga blue chip stocks or second or even third liners. So again, ask ourselves, magkano ba yung tina-target kong pera at what time? And kumbaga, you work your way backwards. Okay? So kung ito yung target kong pera, then anong stock or combination ng stocks, given your research and given the tips ni Marvin Germo, ang makakapagpalaki ng pera mo going towards that amount. Kasi baka mamaya, makuha mo lang sa Facebook, makuha mo lang sa chismis, pero yung rate of return ng stock na yon o yung rate ng paglaki niya is not enough para mapalaki yung pera mo to your target amount, then scratch that stock.
May gusto pala akong sabihin.
Well,
Going back to ano yung pinag-usapan natin today, it always has to evolve based on what's happening. So sample, it's projected that airlines won't be as profitable because of social distancing, meaning yung dating airline na pwede nila punuin ng ganito kadami, ngayon yung gitnang upuan, hindi na nila bibenta yon. Meaning also, they will have to, supply and demand, they will have to raise the prices, meaning mas konti ta travel ngayon kasi mas mahal siya. So there are certain companies already that based on what's happening on the economy, that may not be super attractive. So, ganun. Tapos ito ba? Kunyari, Wilcon versus Pure Gold. Wala masyadong bibili ng bathtub ngayon or bibili ng bagong shower curtain, bibili ng bagong water heater, pero bibili sila ng manok. So, things like that. You have to look at what's relevant on the businesses that are making money and the ones that are making less money also.
Yeah, because for example, right now, we're having a health crisis, which inadvertently caused somewhat a recession. So different scenarios requires different solutions then and reactions. So depende talaga on the times. So we have to be actually proactive. So yun, that's what I'm thinking.
Alright. Next
Sige.
question.
Kay Sir Marvin, for long-term investing, dahil love na love mo si Jollibee, will it go back to 320 price or higher?
Oy, nakakahiya naman kay Marvin. Tinatanong, pinapasagot niya, wala man bagsak.
Wala man lang super thinker.
Tapos pinafollow ko yun kasi yung YouTube channel ni Marvin. Maraming stocks by request din yan regarding JFC.
Ganun-ganun na lang ba yun?
Okay. To answer that question is a couple of things. Yung pagbalik niya will all be based on sentiment also. Yung galaw ng sentiment niya also, for me, I think it will go back to their profitability. How good will their earnings be? And for 2020, yung problem lang nila ngayon is that 2019 wasn't good for them, and people were expecting that baka mas gumanda ng 2020. Kaso, because of all of this, you have to remember, aside from the Philippines, a big chunk ng exposure ng Jollibee nasa US tsaka nasa China. When Wuhan hit, a lot of their stores din doon sarado. Ngayon na lang siya nag-open ulit the past few weeks. Then nung nag-start na mag-open doon, the rest of the world naman yung natamaan. Jollibee has, bukod sa may problema na sila sa Smash Burger prior to 2020, sarado yung mga stores nila sa US, sarado rin yung mga stores nila dito sa Philippines. Pero because of that also, may mga underlying din na things na nagbago sa kanila. They became more resilient. Nakita nyo na yung inventory nila, binibenta na nila sa groceries, frozen. It gives them sales. Their online transactions right now, their delivery transactions, they're hitting all-time highs in terms of that. Is that enough to compensate for their dine-in? Baka hindi. So you expect just to manage expectations because hindi tayo kasing ganda nung nangyari. We are at a place where the economy is ayaw gumastos ng mga tao, meaning Jollibee will be directly affected by that also. So if you're expecting Jollibee to go back na sobrang excited yung mga tao na kumain ulit, meaning Jollibee will earn, wala pa tayo doon, which will impact Jollibee's earnings. Since it will impact Jollibee's earnings, it may not come to a point this year na babalik siya to 320. Pero ito yung tanong na kailangan sagutin ng mga tao. Two things lang naman yan, two things lang. Number one, if you think Jollibee will rebound from this, if you think that they will rebound from this after all is said and done, you have two options. Number one, if you think they will rebound, you buy when there's fear, and then you just wait. Number two, if you think Jollibee will rebound from all of this also, pwede mo naman hintayin na wala ng fear, and then you buy later on. Maghintay ka muna until maging profitable na yung Smash Burger ulit, and then that's when you start coming in. Yung problem mo doon is, if you wait until they become better already, baka yung presyong pagbili mo,
naiwan na.
Mahal na rin siya. That's the second option. Third option, you don't think Jollibee will recover. Dapat you should not be buying Jollibee, or kung hawak mo yung Jollibee, you should not be holding on to it also. So it's a matter of conviction, it's a matter of preference also on how you see Jollibee will be. Ako I'm under the I'm under the perception that this is for investing na trading. What I invest on, I'm willing also to wait for it. Especially nung 90 pa. Please remember, when Jollibee was below 100, its number of stores 10 years ago, hindi kasing dami nung meron siya ngayon. So the Jollibee 10 years ago, when it was at 100 pesos, is not the Jollibee that we're seeing today. The sheer number of stores that they have today alone is much, much more already than where it was 10 years ago. That's why when people compare prices, for example, Jollibee 1990s, it's a totally different Jollibee. Kasi yung Jollibee na yun, wala pang manginasal. Yung Jollibee na yun, wala pa siyang, I think, Chowking at that time. Kakakuha lang niya ng Chowking. So that's how you can look at it. Yung binababa niya, gaano ba kalaki na yung company at today versus where it was also before. So that's how I would answer it.
All right. So thank you for that. And shout out kay Brian Mercado. Yeah, meron tayong 99 pesos.
Wow, 99.
At saka kay Paulo Selva, may 250 pesos tayo. May pambayad tayo ng premium account ng StreamYard
for next month. So yeah.
So ito
guys,
mga quick. Yeah.
Sige, go. So thank you guys for donations.
Quick question sa mga stocks sa comments natin, no? Ito kay Johnny, is SPC a good stock if you are after dividends, Marvin?
Ano yung Simple College?
Mataas yung dividends.
St. Paul's College.
Mataas yung dividends ng SPC, no? Yung importante, looking at the dividends of SPC, they have to look at yung yield, anong presyo nila binili. Pero generally speaking, it's higher. Yung problem, for me, yung problem nyo lang kung mag-SPC kayo is hindi siya masyado liquid. So, kunyari, 1 million na yung lalagay nyo, hati-hatiin mo, nakailang bili ka bago mo siya mabubuo also. So, it's not as liquid lang. So, if medyo malaki nilalagay mo, tsatsagain mo talaga siya na you will have to buy in small tranches para mabuo yung gusto mong mabili. But if you're small amount lang, para sa akin if it's a small amount, tapos you want it to grow, baka dividends might not be a good way for you to make money. Kasi if you want your stocks to grow, you should be buying growth stocks. If you want to preserve your cash, you should be buying stocks na may dividends. So,
Saka ano, di ba Marvin, tama ba? Yung mga dividend-paying stocks, ito yung mga nasa industry na mature. So, hindi na sila nag-expand, di ba? So, kumbaga in terms of price, hindi na masyadong upside. Largely and generally speaking.
generally speaking, yes. Pero yung mga, for me, I'll look at it this way. Globe, mataas yung dividends. Pero I don't see Globe as something that's maturing kasi I think for people who want to look at things, GCash will change the game. Everything will go digital. So, since everything will go digital, I think that there's so much growth in broadband, digital, and paperless transactions. So, generally speaking, yung mga mature stocks will have high dividends, but there will always be exceptions to the rule also. So, there.
Alright, so next question natin. Ay, teka,
Actually,
salamat muna kay Israel. Yay, 99 pesos.
Teka lang,
Salamat.
never nag-super sticker yan. Ha? Araw-araw parang may bias at panel ninyo.
Kasi, syempre, inaalagaan namin yung mga subscribers namin. So, maraming salamat sa 99 pesos.
Sige. Maraming nagtatanong regarding REITs, but Corlo Lucifer summarized it the best. So what do you think yung 615?
Ay, mali. 650, sorry.
After yung kay AJ Badger. Marami binabrowse ko kasi yung chat. Marami nagtatanong
okay.
regarding REITs right now. Saan na yun nawala?
Ito.
Ayun. What do you think about REITs? Is this a better investment than equity fund? And actually, my third question, kailan ba ito mangyayari yung offer ng REITs sa Pinas?
Is that for me or?
Actually, for all of us.
Well, particularly sa inyo. Sorry, nagte-technical support ako. Sige. Kayo muna sumagot.
Okay. I've been investing in REITs since 2013. Hindi nga lang sa Philippines. Yung habol ko sa REITs, it's my proxy to rental income. So the dividends that I've been getting there are really amazing. So kung habol yung dividends, okay siya. Tapos, napansin ko, since I've been doing it for mga 7 years already, may capital appreciation din siya. May isa akong nabili na halos nagdoble na rin siya in terms of its price also. So, it's giving me passive income via its dividends, which is higher. I think the lowest REIT that I have na dividend yield is I think 5 or 6%. May nakukuha ko above 10+% na REITs also. So, if you think, in my personal experience, I like it. In my personal experience, it's a good way for me to get passive income and cash flow. So, yon. I don't know when it will happen in the Philippines, pero if you're after cash flow, good source siya. Yon. That's my answer. I have spoken.
Yeah. Parang ang nakikita na REITs na yield, na-project na yield ng REITs ngayon nasa 5 or 6%. So far, dun sa nakita kong study. So, ang tanong lang dyan, Crollo
Lucifer.
Okay.
Crollo
Is that
Lucifer.
enough? Yung 5 or 6% ba ay mapapalaki yung pera mo dun sa target amount mo? Kasi kung kailangan mo is 10 to 12%, for example, per year or even higher para mapalaki mo yung pera na meron ka to your target amount, then I don't think REIT would be for you. Mag-stock market ka na lang.
Alright. Ito, tanong ni Jao. Do you think airline companies will recover like CEB?
Well, subok.
Well, para sa akin ba yan or to anyone?
Para sa'yo, ikaw ang stock smarts natin.
Stock smarts.
To be honest, di ba I mentioned I separate my portfolio for trading and investing. Yung Cebu Pacific, I've never bought it for investments. I've only bought it in the past for trading. Kahit tanggalin mo tong COVID, one of the reasons why hindi ko siya binibili for investing kasi one of my rules is, remember sinabi ko nalilito naman sa kamay, nalilito ako sa rules. sa ganyan, part of my rules is I like predictability of income. it's hard to predict airline income because very dependent siya sa oil. So if you look at the income of Cebu Pacific on years na bagsak yung oil, ang taas ng income niya. On years na mababa yung mataas din yung oil, mababa yung income niya. So ayoko yun. Gusto ko yung companies na medyo na predict ko on how they are earning. So for me, coronavirus or walang coronavirus, for my long-term investing, I won't buy it. For my trading, later on kung nag-reverse man na siya or nag-bounce man siya from support, it's worth looking at. Pero for my investing portfolio, hindi. So yun lang yung take ko doon.
Ito, tanong ni Israel. Ayan, pakigreet po si Sir Marvin, pakisabi from ISM. Ano ba ISM?
Ay,
Umingi ba siya ng stock sa ISM or nasa ISM?
Si Israel, subscriber din yan sa channel ko.
Okay.
Niya. Pero ngayon, medyo nagsusuper sticker siya dito, pero sa akin hindi, masama loob. ISM, namili ka na
Sorry. Ganun na lang.
wait.
Sino ba?
Kay Jao, 6:36 p.m.
Ito.
Is it required to know or to learn fundamental and technical analysis on investing?
Good question.
Yeah.
There's so many ways paano ka maka-analyze ng stocks. Yung ginagawa lang naman ng fundamentals at technicals is binibigyan kanya ng systemized approach on how you can analyze. Binibigyan kanya ng way na hindi ka mag-rely sa emotions. Binibigyan ka ng way na hindi ka mag-rely sa kaibigan mo. So I know there are other people na may iba silang methods, pero ako yun lang yung gamit ko. That's why I don't look at news, I don't speculate, I don't ask my friend, I don't ask my barber, I don't ask anyone because I always fundamentals and technicals for me to decide. So I can only tell you what works for me, and that's what works for me. I know there are other people na may iba silang, may mga kilala ko, alam totoo feng shui yung gamit nila.
Talaga?
Kita naman sila doon. Sino ba ako para sabihin na wag niyo gagawin yun. So it always has to be based on what will work for you, and for me it's fundamentals and technicals.
Yeah. Para kay Jao, experiment mo kung saan ka mas komportable. Is it fundamental or technical or both? No, because that would help you grow as an investor. Like what Marvin said. Like for example, for me, I do more fundamental analysis, but I do a bit of technical then because I want to manage my emotions and I want that may mas fact-based ako in terms of investing. So yun. So experiment mo kung saan ka mas comfortable and learn the differences between fundamental and technical analysis.
Sa mga fund manager na nakakausap ko, pag long term fundamental sila, pero they're technical on the buying and selling, on the tactical approach. But these are fund managers na billions na ang minamanage. So working with fund managers kasi has given me the opportunity to see how this, fund manager managing billions really manage their portfolio. So yun, talagang they really do fundamental analysis before diving into a stock. And then, kumbaga, yung buying and selling in between days, tactically, they do technical analysis, yung mga ins and outs. But largely, they're largely dictated by their investment philosophy. They're largely dictated by their strategic asset allocation. Like, for example, for this quarter, ilang percent equity ba tayo? Are we doing 80% or 90%? Kung bullish ang market or kung bearish ang market, 80% lang tayo. So, kumbaga, it also depends on your your investment philosophy as well and how your personality is.
Ayun. Speaking of, sige, go.
Answer it also. May isa pang methodology na just to reiterate na madaming methodologies on how you can actually do it. Mayroon kasi like what Renzi said, pwede kang mag-portfolio management approach na for example, katulad ng index, naka-weight lang yan per sector. Pwedeng 20% from this sector, tas for this sector. Yun, you're just looking at the macro, you're not looking at valuations anymore. Wala ka na tinitignan na yung decision point mo lang kung bibili ka o hindi, dapat hindi lalampas ng 20% yung banking stocks ko. Pag lumampas yun, sell. Pag bumaba yun to 18%, you buy more. So that's one way to buy and sell without actually using valuations or without using technical analysis. But to answer it, madaming way, you have to find out what works for you. You have to find out ano yung pinaka sweet spot mo dun sa earnings. And to be honest, hindi rin talaga siya ganun kadali. Kasi kung ganun kadali, lahat ng bagay, lahat ng tao bilyonaryo, pinaghihirapan talaga siya. Kaya si Fitz sobrang yaman kasi years of work hard.
So yun. Very insightful na from
Ah.
Sir Marvin. Sige. Speaking of fund managers, may tanong si Maricel Sandoval. Yung fund manager
Anong
ba
time?
6:36 behind
Okay. Alright.
behind kay John? Nakita ba? Basta
Yeah.
sabi ni Maricel Sandoval, hi po, fund manager po ba nag-handle ng investment sa mga banks is per branch basis? As far as I know, hindi.
Hindi.
May
So
isang fund
they just have
manager lang yan.
they just have one fund managers, one or two fund managers depende sa laki ng fund. But yeah, ano yan, centralized yan sa head office. So there's just one or two fund managers and he manages the fund as a whole, no? So he makes the model portfolio, he makes the strategic asset allocation, ilang percent sa ganitong sector, ilang percent sa ganitong sector, tapos within each sector, ito yung bibili kong stocks. He make those investment decision, tapos they have an investment committee and then a board as well. And then meron din siyang team of researcher, analyst, meron din siyang mga team of traders as well. So yeah, centralized siya sa head office lahat.
Saka ano siya, guys, so you know lang, pag UITF yan, it's under the treasury of the bank. So nakapool na lahat yun. So it's the treasury department of the bank who pulls in the money and they decide on how they will buy and sell it again based on the objective of the fund na stinart nila.
Alright.
Okay,
Sige.
I hope you guys are learning, no? Very insightful discussions with Sir Marvin Germo. So if you want us to feature again someone else next week or in the following week, let us know in the comment section or in the chat, no?
So
Sige.
hanggang 7:30 lang
30?
siguro.
Sige.
Unless na may magbabaksak ulit ng mga super sticker tsaka super chat. Pero siguro ito mga quick answers ang
Sige,
gawin natin,
go.
no? Para masagot natin, marami tayong masagot. Simulan natin dun kay Angel. What are your tips when it comes to protecting your investments? Mga brief answers lang tayo para marami tayong masagot.
Only put an amount that you can tolerate para kung the signals come out that you have to sell, hindi ka magiging emotional. Pag cut loss yan, mapapasell ka. Pag take profit yan, mapapasell ka. So, we always put a larger amount than what we can tolerate kasi we're always thinking na pag naglagay ako ng 1 million, pag nadoble yan, 2 million ako. But we're not thinking about what if mag 500,000 yan? Are you ready to sell also? So, yun. That's the easiest thing that I can tell you. 30 seconds.
Ito. Anong company tingin nyo makakabawi agad once the crisis ends?
Well, may mga companies na hindi lang sila bumabawi, they're actually earning more. Look at the telcos, look at the groceries, look at the pharmacies, look at the supermarkets. So in any crisis or in every crisis, there will always be winners and there will be losers. Our job as investors is to know who are the ones that are losing and to know who are the ones that are winning and then invest on the winners, then avoid the losers. Ganun lang.
Right. Ito, what bank po kaya maganda mag-apply ng UITF? Kung ang sagot ko diyan, kung saan malapit, ano yung malapit sa kanya? Kung saan convenient.
Malapit sa'yo. Oo. Saan yung savings mo, doon ka.
Para hindi na siya lalayo, di ba?
Yeah.
Ito, may tanong sa'yo, which market indices are you actively trading or investing in? Marvin.
I don't trade indices. I trade the stocks inside the indices. Pero for investing, bumibili rin ako ng index fund sa PSEI. So, parang di ko nga alam kung bakit siya ginagawa, pero I've been maintaining it for quite some time eh. So, siguro at the back of my head, parang safety net siya na feeling ko, just in case na sobrang magkamali ako, meron pa rin akong lalaban para sa akin kung di ko kaya paglabanan ng sarili ko. Parang gano'n. Parang love life siya, may magtatanggol sa'yo kung di mo kaya pagtanggol sa sarili.
Gano'n. Ito is dito stock hold. Sige.
Index fund, saka meron akong consumer fund. Yung consumer fund kasi puro consumption stocks lang eh. So kumbaga, index fund ko para to mirror the index, tapos yung consumer fund, yun yung kicker ko. Alpha.
Ito, is dito stock, a holding, or a telecom? Hindi ba third telco yan?
Yeah.
Dito.
Ah,
Dito sa puso.
Okay.
Mabit.
Diyan nakapasok yung ano, yung third telco,
Yeah.
So that's basically it. Pero yun pa rin, at the end of the day ngayon, if you buy it, you're buying something that you don't know how will they earn. You don't know also if they will actually take market share from Globe and PLD.
Nako, no, nawala yan. Nag-brown
Brown
out.
out.
Ah,
Actually, yung dito stock, I guess, treat it as an IPO, no? So you really don't know, like what Marvin Germa said earlier, you really don't know ano yung performance niya
tanggalin mo natin
once
si
it
Marvin.
once it enters the market. So manage your expectations, and would you have the risk appetite to invest in a stock you don't know naman, 'di ba? So if not, then try to avoid it first and then see kung ano yung performance niya. And if you really believe that dito will grow, then it's really up to you, diba? If you really want to invest it or not. Ikaw,
Nag-message
Sir
sa
Enzi,
akin
what
si
do you think?
Marvin na nag-brown out daw sa kanila. Sige, kaya kung
Yeah.
gusto.
And nakamute ka, Sir Enzi.
Nakamute ba si Renzi? Wait, unmute ko.
Ah.
Ayan.
Wala kasing bagsak eh. Walang bagsak, ayoko na dito.
Kausapin ko lang si Marvin, ha.
Sige.
Sige,
Ano pa ba
wait.
yung mga tanong natin dito, Adriel?
Kay
Sorry wala akong
Cristel,
technical eh.
sige, go lang. Kay Cristel Mendoza, actually may
Anong oras?
6:41 p.m. Okay yung tanong niya. So shout out na lang kay Carlson. Kaibigan ko kasi to.
Alright.
What do you think will happen in the next market, yung next financial crisis? Might it follow in the 2007, 2009 financial crisis pattern, yung deep rebound over time?
Ako personally speaking, this is a different one.
Different,
2007,
yeah.
2009 is a financial crisis. So largely due to the subprime na na-experiencean sa US, so we've had a lot of kumbaga credit fees as well. So right now we do not have a financial crisis. What we have is kumbaga a health crisis, and
Yeah.
to a certain extent it's systemic. So all businesses, it's not just the banks that are kumbaga affected right now at doon nagmula, but you know, you have real estate, you have the oil market as well. So I don't think it would follow the 2007, 2008. This one is a different animal altogether.
Yeah, I agree. It will follow a different recovery pattern depending on how fast the economy would recover after everything, no, because of this health crisis. Because what's actually na-impact yung mga ano yun? Yung consumer sector and public sector. So the recovery would really depend on how fast globally the countries would restart their economies. And to be honest, we'll just see what will happen in the next coming months. So we really can't say ano yung pattern ng recovery. Even if marami nagsasabi na wheelbarrow pattern, L-shape, U-shape, it really are just theories and paano ba to? Speculation, because the data is still coming in and we really don't know, lalo na kung kailan yung vaccine. Yun kasi yung X factor. When will the vaccine come? And ano yung mga antivirals na madedevelop ng mga pharmaceutical companies that would help stem the COVID-19. So we just have to wait and see, but definitely not following the same pattern that happened during the submortgage crisis of 2007 to 2009.
Yeah, kasi iba yung problem ngayon eh. And may mga experts na rin talaga nagsasabi na any attempt in predicting what will happen in the market will fail because
Yes.
yung financial modeling na gagawin mo, all the parameters can change in just a week, di ba? Pag nag-declare bigla ng vaccine next week, di ba? Invalid lahat nung mga ginawa mong prediction. What if next week biglang mag-mutate yung virus?
Yeah.
So, iba. So, the best way that you can cope with what's happening is to have contingency plan. So, pag tumaas siya, ganito gagawin ko. Pag bumagsak siya, ganito gagawin ko. So, that's the best thing that you can do for your investments. Ayan.
Yes.
Tatry daw ni Marvin na pumasok ulit. But in any case, we can just continue hanggang siguro mga 7:30. Kung hindi na makapasok si Marvin, sorry na. Pero, yeah.
Next time maybe.
Sige.
Next time, yes. Ano pa yung mga questions na hindi natin nasasagot?
Sky Iris Susie, 6:54 p.m. Yung account po namin sa mutual fund call PSE Index, ang laki po ng loss ko, 22,000. Kailangan na po ba namin i-withdraw lahat ng in-invest namin?
So baka nito lang pumasok yan, no?
Oo,
Yeah.
malamang.
Well,
Index
Iris,
fund
kung,
eh.
Index fund, yeah. Yeah, kung hindi mo pa naman kailangan yung pera, tapos pang-retirement mo naman siya, which is like 10 to 20 years from now, then iwan mo lang, magre-recover naman yung market. Tapos kung kailangan mo naman talaga yung pera, kasi wala ka ng ibang pera, then yeah, sad to say you would have to withdraw it. Pero kung pang long term siya, iwan mo lang yan, magre-recover naman yan. In fact, balikan ko lang yung 2008 recession, no? Kung mag-invest ka nung peak bago mag 2008 recession, which was 2007, siguro kumita ka pa ng mga 150%, 200%. So again, kung pang long term, iwan mo lang siya, magre-recover din yan, babalik din yan.
Sige.
Kay Israel ulit, SM, 6:59 p.m. Would long-term bonds sa mutual fund be a good portfolio diversification option given the lowering interest rate?
Yeah, it would be a good portfolio diversification. Yes, because sisipa ang yields, no, on the long end of the portfolio. So yeah, in fact, some other bond funds right now, UITF or mutual fund man, they're kinda yung duration nila humahaba, so they're investing more into long-term bonds. So yeah, it's a good diversification option for you.
Okay. Sige. Kay Humble Servant, 7:05 p.m. Will the build program ng government has a major effect to help the economy right now? Diba?
Wala nang build.
Build. Yeah.
Kasi muna sila ngayon, test.
Yes.
Oo. Ako, bill.
Yeah,
Bill. Kasi
Bill.
muna tayo kahit. So I think even the program has been sidelined right now kasi hindi siya yung priority, because the priority right now is really the health of our citizens and yung pagtulong sa mga ating vulnerable sectors and vulnerable citizens as well. So I don't think hindi pa muna siya for now until may epidemic siya.
Yeah. Because build applies kapag okay yung economy. But right now, we're in the middle of a health crisis, so most likely na sideline siya. And of course, what Sir Marvin said earlier, yung Ayala pa lang nag-stop ng projects because they want to protect their upside. So that already has an effect on the economy by itself. So maybe moving forward, there might be other sectors in the economy that would help us. But for now,
Hindi muna.
relax ka muna. Relax ka muna dyan.
Natawa ko sa sinabi ni Patrick. Sabi ni Patrick, billionaire si Sir Marvin pero wala dyan na rin. Bago siya bumalik, no? Ayan.
Hindi kasi kayo nag-aambag.
Sabi ni Jeffrey, solar panel daw kasi ang gamit.
Kayo lagay niyo kay Marvin.
So,
Ito tanong ni Akiru,
Sige,
is
go.
it wise to add an investment with the current situation?
Yeah, sige, add ka lang. Go lang. Lalo pang long term.
yeah, if
basta
it's for the
pang
long term,
no?
go lang. Yeah.
Ito, yung bumagsak na floor sa SM Just kanina is may malaking impact kaya yung sa SMDC?
Parang wala naman.
Wala.
Sa SMDH?
Ano siya? Non-factor.
What was the
anong-
reason? Bakit ba talaga bumagsak? Hindi ko
I'm
rin
not sure.
Yung gilid. Yung gilid lang.
Yung gilid lang.
Oo. Pero
Actually, may
wala.
nagtanong din regarding that. I forgot who. But he's asking kung sino daw i-contact kung may nabagsak na condo. Just contact the admin ng SM Just and they will connect you to the correct people. Baka kasi may condo siya and gusto niya malaman kung ano yung situation. So,
okay.
get in touch with the admin ng SM Just.
Yeah. Oh, it's 7:30 na.
Oo nga eh. Thoughts in
Teka,
gold investment.
Ito. Sa gold investment, I've seen a recent article on gold. Kamukha din yung movement niya, kamukha din ng stock market. So it's still volatile as well. If you can go, Benny, no, you can go to Bloomberg, hanapin mo doon yung bloomberg.com, maghanap ka doon ng any chart on gold. So you will see there kung ano ang movement ng gold. So para din siyang stock market. It's just as volatile as well.
Ayan, papasok na daw ulit si Marvin. Sandali
Para
lang, ayusin ko. Oo, para mag-goodbye.
Para mag-goodbye.
Ayusin ko lang, sinong next question na sasagutin
Sige.
mo?
Kay,
ko lang pumasok.
sige. Kay Nigel Francis Salistre, what do you think of power energy sector, especially when
Anong time?
7:13 p.m.? What do you think of power energy sector, especially when the globe wants to shift more on renewables and electric cars?
Ayan,
yun!
Sa pagpasok ni Marvin, may tanong sa'yo.
Grabe, pinag-uusapan natin yung utilities na wala yung kuryente namin.
Ayan. Ayan pa yung tanong ni Nigel, what do you think of the power
tama.
energy sector?
Or yung utilities in general?
Well, they're supposed to be theoretically defensive kasi kahit mag-brown out, pag karoon ng ilaw ulit, mabayad ka pa rin ng Meralco bill. So, if you want something that will be resilient ngayon, I think utilities are still okay kasi pwedeng magtipid ng shake shock yung mga tao, hence hindi kita yung SSI pero hindi sila magtitipid sa Meralco. So, yun. May sinabi pala ako sa vlog ko na sabi ko, at times like this, utilities like water will still make money pero madami nag-comment hindi daw sila naliligo. So, hindi ko alam pag
nawala na naman. Pero before, tanggalin mo na si Marvin, nawawala eh. Magpapasalamat muna tayo kay August. 50 pesos na.
Yay! Next week.
Ayan. So, dahil meron kang bagsak na 50 pesos at nag-request ka ng si Carl ang kausapin natin next week. So, kukontakin natin, tatry natin na kung available si Carl next week. Alright.
Pero baka hindi pumayag si Carl sa 50 pesos lang.
Okay. For those who do not know who Carl D is a real estate lawyer ba or property expert? Parating na-feature sa
pwede
na-feature sa stocks. Yeah.
So, may nagre-request din si Salve. Oo.
Sige, subukan natin.
Kamusta na Marvin? Basa namin yung mga request eh. Si August nagre-request na si Carl daw. May baksak pang 50 pesos may pampadulas.
Okay to.
Sige. So,
okay mga subscribers nyo sa mga nasa Marvin Germo na subscribers na nag-overlap sa Wealth RT, bakit bias kayo sa Wealth RT? Hindi na nalaman ako. Kung pala nalaman bias. Diba?
So, tanong ni Marlon, kailan daw ang susunod na live Q&A? Usually, every Thursday namin, hanggat meron tayong ECQ, magla-live stream tayo. But since mukhang natutuwa kayo sa mga live Q&A natin.
At hanggat may bagsak.
Ayun. hanggat may binabagsak kayo na na super sticker tsaka super chat, pwede natin tong gawin indefinitely. Yan. So with that, ako ay marami pang nakikita mga questions na hindi natin nasagot, no. So yun, tentatively, of course, ang next na live stream natin ay next week, Thursday ulit.
Thursday again, same time.
May 7, 6 o'clock. Hopefully, ma-invite natin at libre si Carl. But kung libre din si Marvin, pwede nating isama ulit siya. Hanggang 6 naman tayo pwede dito sa live stream natin. So, pwede tayong...
Hindi na pwedeng pa 50-50 pa.
Kailangan minimum...
Ang lagay
minimum 500 pesos, di ba?
Gusto ko yung euro may euro tayo last week
nakakamiss yung nagbagsak ng euro sa atin last week. No? Tsaka yung 2,500 na won, di ba?
Yeah.
But anyway, so
I don't like you anymore.
So, sige, before tayo tuluyan na magpaalam,
Oo.
any last words, Marvin, regarding sa mga nagtitrade at saka nag-i-invest sa stock
Sa
market?
kung may tanong pa sila, saan ka ma-reach nila?
Yes.
Okay. Sige, kung saan ako ma-reach? Guys, parang awan nyo na. Hindi ako gwapo. Supportan yung channel ko, Marvin Germo. Bigyan nyo ng pagkakataon ng taong hindi gwapo na nagkaroon ng YouTube. So, parang awan nyo na ako. Nagmamakaawa na ako. Please subscribe. Yung video na lalabas 8 p.m. later, we're gonna talk about the property sector outlook. We have someone from Lichu Property Consultants who will talk about his outlook on ano mangyayari sa business spaces. Pero sa mga taong to end, use this time na lockdown na masaya mag-TikTok, masaya mag-Netflix, pero use this time to learn. Kasi if you come out of this without building a skill, without moving forward, sayang. Yung energy na pwede nyo gamitin sana na magreklamo or mag-isip ng ibang bagay, use it na lang on something that will bring you forward. Use it on something that pag natapos to, it allows you na yung version 2.0 na fit, yung version 2.0 ninyo, you get to evolve already. If you think your income is threatened today, if you think that mahirapan kang kumita, dapat you're building something that pag natapos yung lockdown, tumatakbo ka na, lumalabas ka na mas malakas also. Kasi you should not use this crisis. This crisis should not destroy you. It should only make you bigger, better, and stronger. Kaya kasi nakita ko si Salvador Plito nag-message that natamaan ba yung income nyo during this lockdown? Nakita ko sa Fitz, hindi, I'm even earning more. So, dapat para kayong Fitz.
Nakita mo pala yun.
Bad economy still making money. So, dapat katulad kayo ni Fitz na marunong isang bagsak, bigyan nyo isang pambagsak si Fitz.
Lahat tayo sabay-sabay magbabagsak ng 99 pesos. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 99.
Ang galing talaga nila. Ang galing nyo talaga. Grabe kayo. Ang galing sa ganyan.
So, Sir Marvin, kailan daw next book mo? Sabi ni Abigail.
I promised myself to publish one during the lockdown. So hopefully kailangan ko bawasan yung pagka-StarCraft para magawa ko yun. Hopefully meron this lockdown. Yeah. Hopefully too. Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. So, ayun, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga sumama sa atin sa live stream natin. Nag-peak tayo ng 170,000 viewers, no? So, maraming salamat sa lahat ng nanood. Of course, kung bitin kayo, meron ulit tayo next week. Just please remember to subscribe sa ating channel para meron kayo notification and
hit
also
the notification bell
para ma-remind kayo kapag meron tayong mga announcements and mga schedule ng live streams. So, again, you can visit our website at wealtharchy.com. Kung meron kayong tanong tungkol sa personal finance, you can always email us at admin@wealtharchy.com. And also, tawag rito, nawawala. Ayan. You can also visit the website of our guest, si Marvin, sa marvingermo.com. So, with that, meron ba kayong mga final words?
May babae sa likod mo nakaputi. Sa likod.
Wala yan.
Kinabahan ako dun. Pero for those questions na related to property, go to Marvin's channel and watch his video at 8 p.m. and support naman his video. No? He might answer yung mga questions dito.
Grabe ka, Israel.
There. So,
hindi ka daw yata kasi naka-live kasi pre-recorded kaya hindi ka nababagsakan.
Okay lang, joke lang yun.
So, anyway, with that, we would like to say goodbye. Bye-bye. And thank you for watching. So, see you again next week. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Marvin.
Have a good day, everyone.
Good night. Have a good day.